Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to channel update 8.0. Don't always do these too regularly, but from time to time they are needed for just in terms of housekeeping and things that can impact, of course, whether it be the YouTube schedule or breaks, whatever, this, that, and the other. So in this channel update, mainly it revolves around me telling you of a extended work trip that I have coming up. I have to do these type of trips every year and a half or so, give or take, and the time has come. So either this video, as I'm recording it a week before, it will go up likely. Either this video will go up the day before I leave, or maybe the day of leaving, something like that. So I'll be leaving on Tuesday to go to the US. So for those of you who are newer to the channel, I do appreciate your support and your subscribing and interacting in the comments, of course. But I live in Norway. I have now for over 4 years. So actually, it was 4 years as of January 1st, 2024. So that's fun. That's exciting. But I've been in Norway for over 4 years now, and part of my work with the organization I work with here in Norway also means I have to make these trips back to the US every year and a half, as I said already. So this trip is going to be a total of 6 weeks. Yes, 6 weeks. So I guess maybe sometimes I prefer like 3 or 4 weeks, but this one is going to be a 6-week one. One is I just love Norway, I love the culture here and stuff, but it's also, of course, good to go back see people I know, and of course be with family, this, that, and the other. So let's get into how this will affect the channel and what plans I have, and something I need your guys' feedback on, because I love making content, so it's hard for me to be away from my PC setup, which maybe I even need to talk about. I'm going to add a note in my phone. If you want to stay for some good stuff, stay to the very end. So in terms of Twitch, there's just not going to be any streams. I have a Razer laptop. It's actually quite good. So I'll still be, for those of you who do catch me out on WoW's NA, or maybe even WoW's EU, it's more common than I'm on WoW's NA. You still may see me from time to time when I have the opportunity to sit down to play a few games. So I'm not going to disappear from WoW's completely. It'll just depend on my schedule and where I'm traveling at in the US at that given time. But I don't... Maybe it's possible I could stream from my laptop as well, but I've not tested that before on top of having a game running on the GPU and that. But it's just going to say it's not likely I'm going to be able to do any Twitch streams in this time period. Now granted, there may be some of you who don't even know I have a Twitch presence, and that is completely fair because I don't Twitch stream or live stream that often. I was hoping to do one last weekend, but I had a friend's 30th birthday to attend to, this, that, and the other. But this very weekend, right before this video goes up, it's likely that I'll probably do a stream, maybe 2, before taking off. But so no Twitch streams during the 6 weeks that I'm gone. That's basically between January 16th and like February 28th. Yeah, like that amount of time, okay? Now, in terms of the YouTube schedule, I'll make sure to chapter these on the bottom. The YouTube schedule, what I really like to do is I like doing 5 videos a week. But it's very intense to make 30 videos in advance for that time span in which I will be gone. So that'd be like, if we're being realistic, that would probably be about minimum of 40 hours of work for those 30 videos, give or take, something like that. So my goal is to hang in there, because there is a part of this I'm going to need your feedback on, is 3 videos a week. That's my minimum goal. It could be that one of those weeks, like maybe like the last week before I'm due to come back to Norway, I might not have any videos that week. It depends on over the course of this week, as I record this a week in advance, how much videos am I able to get done. I've already started working on it, so hopefully my goal is a minimum 3 videos a week. Mondays I am designating, making it happen, that there will be at least one Armored Warfare video a week for those of you who perhaps follow me for Armored Warfare content as I still learn and understand that game even more. So Mondays will be Armored Warfare, then Wednesday and Friday I plan for World of Warships. Rather than doing it like a Monday, then a Friday, Saturday, I think I just keep it more evenly spread throughout the week. So that will be a temporary schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Now there is something I need your feedback on. Okay, this is the third part. Feedback on a video recording of self is what I've written in my notes. So this is something I'm wondering on how to do. So for example, this could be on Saturdays or something, you know, where I don't have access to my recording setup and everything. I wonder about doing like I record a video of myself, and in that I'd be like, why is it could be questions you guys even ask, but for example, it could be, what is my favorite tech tree destroyer? And then I do like, I don't know, a 2 to 3 minute video recording of myself explaining some things, like kind of impersonal thing. It could even be Flimsy's quick thoughts on the next update, because I'm going to miss an update during the time that I'm away. I won't just be able to sit down, go through all of it, right? So, hey, here's update 13.1, 13.2, whatever. Here's my main takeaways, and here, like, positives, and here's more of my concerns or maybe negatives that I'm seeing with it, right? Because there's a lot happening in these next 2 updates with all the some of the CV changes and some range changes. So I'm going to be kind of a little sad that I kind of, well, do I say truly that I'm sad? But I'm sad that I don't get to kind of review that those changes and then sit down in a more concise manner and kind of maybe it's going over the updates or just explaining how these changes are going to take effect, right? Or it could just be a question you ask and then like, hey, Flimsy, for one of your Saturday or, you know, these short informal videos, I have a question on this, whether it be World Warships or whether it be Armored Warfare. Can you give me your thoughts on it, right? And then I can just answer it like that, or I can do these short Q&As. I don't know. So give me your thoughts on if I'm using my phone and I just record, I try to keep the phone still, and a short informal video, you know, what could we cover? What could I do with that? So if some of the things I said sound good, let me know. If maybe you have a thought on something I didn't say, then please also let me know. So I love getting the feedback from you guys and helping in that. So then maybe like 4 videos a week, right? I know last time I did this trip, I uploaded some videos of my play, and I did it no commentary. And because I don't have access to my recording software, you know, I can't put music in the background. I just called these videos no commentary. Right, and I think someone had said, "Oh, it'd be nice, Flimsy, if you could have some music in the back." But I was just like, "Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't have access to my recording software to sit down and edit the video and throw an audio file in, this, that, and the other." Okay, so it could be that I have some of those sprinkled in, but then there wouldn't be an intro, there wouldn't be an outro. It'd just be the gameplay, and you'd just be seeing how things develop in the battle. So yeah, so I think that's the main thing. I'm not gonna make this a really long YouTube video, hopefully. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm gonna flip this. So I'm gonna do what I'm maybe more excited about. Well, no, both of these things I'm excited about. It would be very bad of me to say I was only excited for one and not the other. But 4 is I'm in the process of building a new PC. So during Black Friday, I have purchased a new motherboard, a CPU, a GPU. That's all I've bought so far, but I have the rest of the build laid out as I had 2 good friends help me out, particularly in the Gnome Clan, Carthagus. I don't know if I said her name correctly. Sometimes I just don't know. Like, I wake up and then I'm just pronouncing someone else's name differently. Good friend in the Netherlands who really helped me out in making sure that everything syncs up and stuff. So while I'm back in the US, I'm picking up these PC components to bring back with me to Norway, because one is these PC components are just much cheaper to buy in the US, and with the Black Friday sales and stuff, is just couldn't pass it up, and way better than a deal I could get here in Norway. So I've been spreading out this build over several months. I've been waiting for the new PC case I'm going to go for is the Lee. They have a new, I think it's what they call it, the Evo RGB, a new PC case they just came out with. I think now is for sale on Newegg, and I want to have one of Lee's cases. I was really just looking at the Lee with the Evo 11. I think it's just a mid-tower case or something like that. But I have always, before I even got into PC gaming, I have always been a fan of RGB. Like even my truck that I had, if you don't know, I'm originally from Indiana, but I had some different accent lighting, orange accent lighting, and I had interior lighting set up on my truck, which I just loved. It was just really awesome. So I've always been a fan of RGB lighting, so the RGB Lee case is, I think, done tastefully really well. But that I'm going to have to get here in Norway. I'm not going to lug around a PC case through the airports and flying back. So then the goal is that hopefully, like, by the end of March, I've built my new PC setup. And it will be even, I can produce my content even faster in terms of when I'm exporting a video. And it'll handle Twitch streaming even better, because sometimes I notice there can be a slight lag, and I think that's just how devoted I have a what is it? It's a NVIDIA. It's a GTX 1660 Ti right now, and so that I got this PC I'm running now is from the fall of 2019 when I had it custom ordered, built, and I got a really good deal on it. So much of a good deal, if I was to replace the exact same PC I had today, it would cost me what I paid for it back then, and back then I even got it like 30% off because I stacked up some deals this company was doing. So it's been a great PC, and good PC. So I'm excited for this new PC I'm going to have built, and seeing how that's going to help things maybe with Twitch streaming, and then I have to get a second monitor, with things like that. So I'm really excited for the new PC build. So maybe I'm going to have one of my Norwegian friends help me build. I'm probably most nervous about putting in the CPU. But I've been trying to spend some time learning and understanding how to build PCs and stuff. So, and I took mine almost all apart because I made a parts and components list, and I want to understand how it all works together. So, yeah. So, that 5. What am I looking forward to being back in the US? Well, because I get this question a lot, I have had from friends here, maybe you also all wonder. There's 2 things particularly that are unchanging, and then I can sprinkle on some other things. One is just, of course, it's great to see Mrs. Flimsy's family and my family. Thankfully, they both live in Indiana. Mrs. Flimsy's family lives in central Indiana, and then my family lives now in the far southern part of the state. And then when we lived in Indiana, we actually lived up in Muncie for some years. As I know, I was talking with, I don't remember your name, but someone who has is a subscriber, or hopefully still is. They didn't live too far from Muncie, and they thought that was really crazy how close we were. And I'm like, yeah, man, I've driven through your town. It's kind of a town. There's many towns in Indiana, if you blink and then open your eyes, you miss the town. Like, it's because it's just that fast. So I think I was driving through his town to sell a piano. Anyhow, that's a random story. But family, of course, it's really good to spend time with them. It's hard, of course, when you work abroad. And you're not just hopping in the car and going to take a 2-3 hour drive and see family, right? Or a 2-3 hour flight. So it'll be really good to see them. The other thing is food. Eating out in Norway is so expensive. Yeah, it's just so much more expensive here than what Mrs. Flimsy and I can do in the US. Now, granted, in the 4 years we've been away, right, the prices, I think, for eating out has been increasing more. in the US with inflation and all that. But it's still much cheaper. Like here, we only eat out 2-3 times a month. And probably 2 of those 3 times is in McDonald's. And then maybe one nice restaurant, like for those who live in Norway, who've been in Norway and been to this restaurant, it's called Egon. And that's, I like the options. It's a pretty good restaurant. So we don't eat out very often here. We're like in the US, you might be at least eat out like twice a week. Like it's just part of the culture, right? And it was much more affordable to do here in Norway. So eating out, I'm looking forward to, I have been craving Buffalo Wild Wings immensely, Chick-fil-A, Red Lobster, Texas Roadhouse. Did a lot of Texas Roadhouse growing up and driving to eat out. Myself and Mrs. Flimsy, even when we were dating in college, we'd definitely go to Texas Roadhouse a fair bit. Yeah, there's other restaurants and places. Wendy's, I do like the chicken nuggets there. And Mrs. Flimsy likes their salads. Yeah, so the eating out culture. Then of course, there's the America aspect of just going back and being able to be on the farm with where my family's at. Driving the tractor. Being in larger vehicles than just the Toyota Yaris that Mrs. Flimsy and I have here now. But whether it's just my sister's husband has a Dodge Cummins, and my dad drives a 3/4 ton Chevy truck. It's all those things like America. That's like I was joking with I have a British friend, and he was asking, what was I looking forward to just being back in the US. I was like, I'm looking forward to the smell of gunpowder and injecting myself with a little bit of red, white, and blue again. Because I do shoot with guns, and I did archery a while back. But anyhow, I'm rambling at this point, so if you're still around, you get to know Flimsy perhaps just a little bit better. But so that's the update. I'll just go ahead and cap this video. So I'm very appreciative of you guys, the FLT community. It is fun being with y'all. I like content, creating content. It's a nice creative outlet for me. And I really like the community that comes along with it, and the community with World of Warships. But you guys in particular make this really fun, and that's one of the reasons I keep doing this and just haven't stopped, right? So I like it. It's fun. It's good stuff for myself. And hopefully you guys, at least over 1,700 of you seem to agree with that. So if you liked today's video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you have subscribed, thanks so much. If you support me on Patreon, also very much appreciative to you as well. And please make sure to give me some feedback regarding my question of trying to do some sort of informal video recording of self, whether that's questions, this, that, and the other that I do in those videos. So until next time, take care.